Yo, bunny! That was quick. You were waiting for that, weren't you? This is awkward. I'm actually 15 minutes ahead of schedule here, and I should have started slightly earlier, because Mother has gone out for the evening, and I just realised something. She doesn't have a set of keys to get in, so I've got to be there to let her in, which is going to be slightly awkward. Needless to say, in fact, I'll just go into the edit mode if I can. I might as well remove the timer. There's no point in trying to do a timed run at all, is there? Because chances are she'll get back while well, she'll probably get back somewhere near the end of the run. My voice seems a bit not as deep as usual for some reason. Don't understand why. So we better crack on. I could have actually done with starting this, and I could have started about 15-20 minutes ago. So yeah, right. And as I always say, I always have this excuse when I start. I say, right, I've done no practice at all. I've actually not been able to. Usually it's just because I've not got round to it. But I've actually not been able to because, you know, I've had my mum and Alex here all the time and can't really be Dixie, hello friend. Can't really be game playing. Although something happened the other night that rather pissed me off because Alex was here and spent all day playing Fortnite on the laptop, sat over there on the sofa, and my mum was out, and I was working my bollocks off getting the crossword out, one of these big jumbo general knowledge things, and I just wanted to relax in the evening, so I fired up the game and just sort of did a quick run through, practicing a few sections, and it was, oh, do you have to do this? Why can't you just sit here and talk to us? So my mum was on a bloody mobile phone was going off with something every couple of minutes, and Alex is there playing Fortnite, which was no problem at all. The green screen, yeah. The green screen thing, there was a setting to it's quite kind of it's not running at 60 frames, put it that way, and there was a setting and I can't remember what it was. So yeah, it's back to what it was before I actually got it right. So anyway, this is going to be a fast run where I skip the cutscenes. So I'm sorry about the lack of emotional content this evening. I'm also sorry about the fact that it's taking forever to start the game. Right, let's go. Anyway, hope everyone is well. Hope you had a good week. We're getting towards the end of it, and we can all relax on the weekend, apart from me.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
Yeah, my voice is weird. My voice is weird tonight for some reason. It seems to have gone up a good few notes. It's usually a bit deeper and a bit more manly than this. I don't know.
Dad?
May have been the smoking hot chili I had earlier on has probably burnt
Daddy?
something in the vocal cords. I don't know. But I lived. It's good chili actually. It's really nice.
What was that?
I did say when I tweeted earlier on that I did want to go through a couple of sections I wanted to practice. I'm not going to have time. I wanted to see if I could emulate what P-Dub was doing in the slums
Sarah,
section.
Are you okay?
Yeah?
Not the first two
Anyone
guys.
come in here?
That's kind
No,
of standard. I'm either going to
kind
get the
Don't
headshots
go
or
near
I'm
the doors,
not.
just
That's not
Stand
controllable.
back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out.
Oh, it will be, Dixie. It
What's
will
going
be
on?
soon enough. Don't worry about it, mate. Same here. I can't wait.
I think they're sick.
Get back to normality.
Sick.
Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Come here.
Yes, it was the
Jimmy!
the section after that, Spencer's computer place in the yard. Because what P-Dub was doing, and it's a good strat, is shooting the guy who's inside the building, not the one who comes in from the right-hand side, but the one who's just kind of standing there. Get a headshot on him. If you can, headshot the guy who comes running out, and then deal with the guy who goes over to the far left. Now, I had play with that a few nights ago. Took me a long time to get it right, but I wasn't able to go through it enough to kind of make sure I get it right. And it's all down to aim anyway. That's something I can't really control. Where else was there? And I suppose the warehouse afterwards, but that's a little bit... It's kind of sketchy anyway.
I'm fine.
You see, your ideal there is to shoot the guy who starts to wander over to the left-hand side, to your left-hand side, and get a headshot on him, and then headshot the guy in the background. Then you've only got one to deal with, and it's kind of okay. It can be done. It's quite tough. But again, it's one that I practiced a bit and didn't really do enough to say, right, okay, brilliant, that's the way that I'm going to do it from now on. You know, it took a long time to actually get it right.
They say how many are dead?
And I did the wrong thing. I just sort of kind of carried on from that point. I should have practiced it a bit more, in all fairness. Hey, killer! Hello there, friend.
Christ, how did this happen? They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they're saying it's just the south. On the east coast, the west coast. Holy hell.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Lewis's farm.
That's the,
That son of a bitch made it out. Sure he did.
It's weird. Audio should be fine. Everything's showing us fine here. Killer?
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right. he did.
Although, I have to say, my desktop audio,
Alright.
even though the video capture device is showing the audio meter, the desktop audio
You
isn't.
got a kid, Joe. So do we.
I
We have
wonder
room.
if...
Keep driving, Tommy.
No, it's set right. It is set to the right thing.
Someone else will come along.
But those things with Anthony, I do enjoy watching Anthony, but, and I can understand why he'd do so many restarts on the intro, because he actually did post something on Twitter that was showing timings of something, and it was like a second made all the difference.
Good. Just backtracking.
So I can understand it, but it is can be quite frustrating to watch. You know, 3 or 4 times you sort of say, okay, well it can't go really bad more than 3 or 4 times. But once it starts getting to 6 or 7, can't keep watching this. You know?
Turn here. Turn here. Come on, baby, move.
What are they running from?
Give us a. I'm trying.
Oh no.
Can't stop here, Tommy. Fucking drive through them, Joe. Back up then. They're behind me too. There. Hold on. Go.
But can I just get the word in chat, just to confirm that everybody can hear both me and the gameplay?
Daddy? Hey.
Oh, right, okay. Hey, Kondrav! Kondrav with the 7 viewer host. Thank you very much, dude. Welcome. How are you doing, bud? Good to see you, and welcome to everybody who's come in. Hi.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand.
Hey, Beth. Welcome. Yeah, it's going okay. It's going okay. I was just saying at the start of the stream, I'm streaming basically because my mum's gone out for the evening, so you know I don't need to sit there and do words and that kind of thing. But she hasn't got a key to get in, because we gave the key to a guy who is actually he's a DIY guy who sort of sorts things out occasionally. But with my mum living in Italy, she reckoned there's no point in her having a spare key. So she's out, and I don't know what time she's going to be back. It's probably going to be quite late. But if I'm still streaming, she's going to buzz. Which is why I've not got the timer on, because I'll just have to stop. You know, not stop streaming, but obviously it would screw up the timing. So we're just going to treat this as a, we're going to do a run. Dragon! What's sad? Oh, you mean the bit that's coming up? It's alright, you don't have to watch this bit that's coming up. I'm going to skip over it. Whoa. Doesn't usually get ahead of me there. Alright, we're safe.
Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I cannot run him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there. Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
It's gonna be fine.
So I was talking about some of these combat areas earlier on. It doesn't matter, I've not got the timer running. But I think I'll try some of the new strats, especially in the slums. That's the most important one. And there are basically two of them.
I've been selected for
Now, like I said, I spent a bit of time on them a few nights ago, and eventually got them right, or there or thereabouts. But I didn't go back and do them again. So they could go terribly wrong. They probably will. But hey, like I said, the timer's not on. It won't matter. If I need to restart them, I'll just restart them. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that I've not actually been through full game for, I don't know, going on for a week, something like that. Probably about 4 days. So this is just to freshen up. Oh, into Aaliyah, that is a command now. You want to command boobies? I've not tried it, I don't know if it works, but hey, go for it, hun. Should be lowercase. Don't know if it'll work. No, okay. I'll set them up. It's actually something that's a feature of. Ah, there you go. Took a while. We also have rules and, predictably I suppose, donate. But that's all I set up. I didn't have time to do anything else.
So much for the easy route.
Well, at least I know that they
Get yourself
work.
up, all right?
They have eyes, indeedy. Took your time, Joel. Good boy.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just
Could
let
be
Robert
interesting.
go.
Hey, Drag. Look, sorry, just coughing my guts up here.
I was there.
How are you, bud?
How's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols.
Don't you
Where are
dare!
you off
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! You're gonna glitch through me, aren't you? Yes, you had to. It was my own fault. It was my own fault because I was slow on doing the health up.
Think she'd tell
Oh
me
well.
Well, what did you tell her?
the truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you
So
around.
we're just gonna have some bumpy doo, I think. But because
really
it's
looking for
it's an important kind of
What do you
thing
make of
just to practice, I will do the restart
Could've found
encounter
what
here.
Fireflies do.
Because I finally, after a long time, worked out what it was actually for.
Us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's
Hey,
been quiet.
Jezza.
No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear.
Good to see you, bud. How are you?
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Y'all take it easy out there.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what I throw away down here.
I didn't try
Every
anything
night.
with the 3 infected
Let's grab our gear.
in this section, because what I do at the moment saves ammo, and you're not guaranteed of being dropped ammo if you shoot them. And if you are going to shoot them, you've got to be good. Which is where my claim falls to the ground. No gossip at all, I'm afraid.
All right, Texas. Boost me up.
I could talk you through my latest crossword, but that would just be
Ready?
boring for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Never mind you.
Come on.
You come into my house.
And the Beetle is now hosting. Thank you, Mr. Beetle. Good to see you. Welcome to the party. Part B follows tomorrow. Yeah. Right.
Be careful.
When am I not?
Got a trick question?
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere. Got it.
Great, bring it over.
I had a slight worry yesterday. Ooh. Studying. I remember what that wasn't like.
Ladies first.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
What was I saying?
Down through here.
Ah. It's gone. That happens at my age.
You think Robert's still got our guns?
For his sake. He better.
Once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload. Hold up. Spores.
It'll come back to me.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
Coming out of something.
It cannot have been very
Stay alert.
important, put it that way.
We should be able to fit through here.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This way.
Well, they seem to pick up enough shivs and stuff like that, so they're a fairly basic technique, but it gets done somehow. Look at him. He's done quite well, hasn't he?
My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn.
Oops.
Come back.
Up ahead. You hear that?
I might have been talking about headshots here, which is kind of what you need. Or I might not. I was talking about bananas? Nope. Nope, wasn't bananas. Good boy. Whoa, Tess.
All right, that's all of them.
You see, it would have taken me longer
Let's head back into
to get the shots. Oh yes, I was saying, there's no guarantee that you'll get dropped the ammo, which really, apart from saving a few seconds, is the only real benefit that you're going to get there. And you've got to be very good with your shots to get the reward. You know, the reward of saving a bit of time.
After you.
think given my style of play and my quality of play, I would
Cover the
actually just lose a lot of time if I tried guns there. Yeah, that's the trick. That is the trick. I think it was P-Dub who
Here,
said
Pass it
to
to me.
get that launch there, you need to keep far left as you go through. That doesn't help.
It's a bit heavy.
Stick to what is now the right-hand side of that opening there,
Alright.
and you get the launch. Not if you go through the middle. So we'll just be praying for 2 headshots now in the next combat.
Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
It's clear. Come on. Shut it.
It fell over.
Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
Yeah, and Dixie,
No,
you've not
he's
streamed
expecting
for a
us.
while, mate.
Well, that'll make it more interesting.
Get your shit together. Give us some streaming, because you do it good.
Good to go. Come on.
Hey, Tess, hey, Tess. Hey, man, how you doing, bro?
Not right now, Terrence.
No, it's good. Look,
Not now. You hear me?
okay.
You touch it, you buy it.
Love you, bud.
Nice pipe.
No visitors anymore.
Where do you think you're going?
Malik, sit back
Oh,
down.
sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Who's that?
No.
Oh, Leah. No. No. We want you streaming, bunny. We want you doing more, especially more of the challenges on this. Because I like your strats. I use your strats.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf.
Um,
Now.
yeah, Ant played it for a while. And like I said, it's an absolutely beautiful game, but, well, I can't speak personally, but his kind of assessment of it was that it's very beautiful. Campaign was really good, but the side missions got a bit kind of repetitive after a while.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Please give me a
Take
shot.
cover!
One thing you can't do with this.
I'll cover you.
If you screw this up, don't do a restart.
You're gonna pay!
I got the headshot. I did get the headshot on him,
Nicely done, Texas.
and the game said nope.
Me too.
See, I don't care. That's a good thing. I don't care. I'm just practicing. Yeah, you can't do a restart encounter at that point because the guy is kind of already stood up waiting for you.
Give me your hand.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. The plan is the room on the far left over there where the guy goes in. He's the first one that we take out with a headshot.
More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming?
kind of an
Two of our
unexpected
guys
strat.
died trying to take Tess out. Guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have
Because as you can see, you have to move in such a way that you actually
Spread
get
out,
him,
Make sure no one's creeping around in here.
get him in sight. Sweet.
Let's search the area.
Now it would be great in real life if I could do that. First time. Right, no ammo. Interesting.
We should have brought more people.
Slow us down.
Should be fun.
You're right. Come on.
Yeah, and it depends on how often you want to do what Anthony kind of considers to be the same thing over and over again, for the sake of those skill points.
There's our boy. That cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, Ellie. I'll pick more ammo up. There's basically no ammo needed for a long, long time
Be
now.
smart about this. There's a lot.
Contacts in the north.
Might have to use it. Right, so this will make the bridge interesting.
Back, get the fuck back!
Just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about!
Make it
Put your
actually
gun
not
down.
just interesting, but fucking hard.
He's running.
Because I need to crouch, collect a bottle.
Robert!
Come on, he ran in here.
Which won't be fun.
We almost got him.
Because that's where I always, well, I'm very likely to have a finger fail.
We gotta get out of here. Now. You want this deal? We gotta move. Through here. I know a way around this. Come on.
I'm going to do something slightly different here. I'm not going to craft the shiv. Because I end up with more shivs than I need. And I think some of the parts can be used for the nail bomb. Obviously. And if I end up in a situation where I have a spare nail bomb rather than an unused shiv, then it's probably a
This way.
wise move. I haven't got a command for pubes, unfortunately.
Joel, give me a hand.
I mean, why would you? I don't care. I don't care. Right, so this is going to be tricky. This will be not
Hold up.
kind of how I would like to do it.
That's the way out.
But as I go around the crates at the end, I now have to
Big fan
crouch
of these
and
eyes.
pick up the bottle.
Can't sneak by them, even though I know that's not your style.
Should be fun.
We'll see how it goes. Let's get moving.
What's the betting on more than one go to do this?
We need to get to that door.
unfortunate. Couldn't do anything about that. Could do nothing about that at all. They reacted so quick. I think in grounded mode I died about 7 times there.
This way. It's not far now. How you holding up? I'm running on fumes.
Yeah, and as we all know, soldiers are stupid.
The place is right up ahead.
Attention. Curfew is now in full effect. Anyone caught outside without proper authorization.
The hell are we smuggling?
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Down here. Keep up. Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
Be interesting to see how much ammo we pick up downtown. I mean, I'm guessing that the clicker that Tess kills should give us some extra. But we had, actually, on the, I think it was on the previous stream, so we went through a few sections where I was either very low on or didn't have any ammo, and we were thinking, yeah, well, we'll get drops on this next bit, and we got 0, absolutely sod all.
Your friend, huh?
So who knows?
You're friends with the leader
Who
of the
knows?
Fireflies. What are you, like, 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
Face straight through the door jam. You see that?
Been gone a long, long time.
So instead of
We
just
don't
staying in
care.
school,
We don't care.
you decide to run up and join the Fireflies. Think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling?
Marlene wanted to do it herself. We weren't their first choice. Or the second, for that matter. She's lost a lot of men. Beggars can't be choosers.
Let's just hope there's someone alive to pay us.
Someone will be around.
Just noticed the shadows actually look perfectly okay until you go into photo mode, and then they get very blocky. I hadn't noticed that before.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
She said there's some fireflies that traveled all the way from another city. Girl must be important. What is the deal with you? You some bigwig's daughter or something?
Something like that. How long is this all gonna take?
If everything goes as planned, we should get you to them in a few hours. Ellie, once you get out there, be sure you follow our lead and stay close.
So, yeah, like I said, it should be, but I bet you it won't be the case, that the clicker Tess kills won't
All right,
drop ammo,
we're good. Come on up.
despite the fact that we've got none. It wouldn't surprise me
Come on,
if
kid.
the bigger drops that we get are in the downtown
Watch your
fight,
step.
which is a place where I wouldn't usually want to stop.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
To collect ammo. Now, when do I next need it? I don't need ammo at all until after Bill's trap. where of course we get ammo anyway, and of course we pick up the rifle before then. So, should be alright. I can't get past Tesla. I've done it once. It can be done.
God damn it. They're everywhere. Let's see.
Oh, of course. Oh, no. Oof. I thought I was not going to get that at all. The other place, well, there's a couple of places.
I hear them up ahead.
The museum. Well, we pick up a couple of rounds there anyway, so hey, we're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Just stop worrying. No, honestly, stop worrying. I can tell you're scared. You'll be fine. Anyway, there's something dangerous and YOLO about having nothing in the chamber at all. I'll pick up the brick. Just no, actually I won't. No, I won't. Ooh. Talk about taking the risk. My God. That was actually crap. Didn't lose any time or anything like that, but the actual movement was really bad. I could have taken shots there.
Charlie Squad, report.
Shit. I got more soldiers.
Target's still on the loose, sir. Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
We've got a couple of rounds at the top of the stairs, of course, before we get to the clicker. Yeah, we're going to be good. We'll be good.
Holy moly. I guess this is what these buildings look like up close. It's so damn tall. What the hell was that?
Tess, you hear that?
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away, though.
Are we safe?
Yeah, that's my name.
Come on.
Well, no, it isn't, obviously, but it's the name I use here.
Over here. Hey, Tess? God damn it. Clicker.
There's going to be a follow-up to that, Aaliyah. I just know there's going to be a follow-up of some kind.
So what, are they blind?
Might involve penis, possibly.
Like that? Like that.
The building feels like it's about
Ooh,
to fall apart.
you actually got a little bit of a launch there. It's kind of weird.
Give me a hand with this.
Welcome there. Right, drink time. Customary. Aaliyah, you can't do dad jokes. It's my job.
You alright?
It's nothing.
Let's search for supplies.
Yeah, so there's some there. It's good.
Let's get the hell out of here. Oh boy.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Let's go. Clickers?
Shit. Go, go.
Fingers in the right spot to get a quick escape. It's alright. A little bit slow.
Over through here.
Here you go, ladies.
All right. Come on. This is crazy. Just don't look down.
Are you serious?
So, some of you guys will have seen what Anthony does here now. I'm not going to do.
Come on, Ellie.
Yeah. Look down. Just don't look down.
You're okay. We gotta wait for it.
I'm also not going to run through here because I end up going up those steps. Bit soon. Doesn't matter. Bad timing. You actually can't sprint. I've got to run because I need. What I've got to do is get to that clicker first. Why? He's getting very selective on actually using the melee weapon for some reason. I have no idea why. No idea why. Which has kind of forced me to have to pick that up. Very, very, very unusual. Of course, it didn't help the fact that I didn't have a brick. Tess. No, no, Tess. It was actually quite obvious. No, not the window. Not
Tess, go.
You got it.
All right, hold
She's
on.
good. Takes a while, but she knows. Yeah, if it was an official run, I would have actually played safe and picked up that brick while escaping the soldiers. I just thought, well, kind of YOLO, really. Wasn't a great move, in all honesty.
See? Doing all right? You know what I was thinking? After we get back.
You want to take it easy. And you always brush me off.
Well,
this?
In truth, I
Down here.
also have a bit of a habit of forgetting that that is a section where I am going to use a brick. I know it sounds weird, even though it's one of the big combats of the early part of the game. I always forget that I'm going to use a brick there. I'm kind of looking ahead to like the museum.
We're almost out.
So, yeah.
Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the road. Ellie, no matter what, you stay right on his heels. Sure. You stay sharp.
I got it.
Not the best throw in the world, but it's alright.
Holy shit. We actually made it.
Everyone okay?
Yes. Let's move.
You guys are pretty good at this stuff.
It's called luck. And it is gonna run out.
Well. I think they dealt with them.
What? I don't hear anything.
Okay, double time.
They're coming.
I know.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Go.
Oh, unorthodox. And Anthony has had that
What's that on
happen,
your shoe?
I should point out, where one of the runners comes out of that side door. It's not the game plan. Sometimes the game does throw that at you, just
Okay.
to be awkward.
How do we get out of this place?
Find out.
Well, that's what she believes.
That doesn't help. I do have a brick. Oof. You know what? I was really worried then. I couldn't remember whether I actually had kept a brick. But of course I did.
I'm alive.
Can you
I'll make my way around.
nick somebody else's just while they're asleep? Possible? I don't know. I'd do it. No, no. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Too much information, do you know? Just don't even go there.
Yes.
Lucky. He was a bit close, wasn't he?
Ryan. The girl.
Stand back.
Just don't like doing that now.
There we go.
Home stretch, Tess.
Hey, Amy. Hello there, kid.
Just so it's out there, I can't swim.
Oh,
It
good
looks like it's
news.
shallow on the right
Amy,
side.
hope
Follow
you're
me.
still coming over Thursday because Alex is going to be here.
I'm glad Marlene has me.
Yay.
What do you mean?
I know you guys
Just
are
the
being
four of us.
trying to
Should be
stay
fun.
safe.
Do you like Fortnite? Hey, do you like Fortnite? I will try to keep the Fortnite to
Probably get out
a minimum, I promise.
Just keep
Down to about 10 hours a day, something like that.
Target neutralized. She took out 2 of my men.
Tess.
Copy that.
I don't know why I bother running here. You've got to wait for this guy to jump down anyway. Oh my god. Joel. You cruel bastard.
We're gonna go through that hall.
Still haven't found the last.
Stay down. I don't know how many more there are.
This could be awkward. I knew that was going to be awkward. They were not moving away at all. They refused to move from the doorway. Little gits. Sensed it. As soon as I was across that corridor, I knew they were going to be awkward. It's alright. No panic. Need bother.
No target. I repeat, no target.
There's a soldier over there.
Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
You spot him?
No, the place is empty.
Jeez.
I'm going over this way. Check over there.
Didn't see me. Didn't see me. Fine. Absolutely fine. I can even put my flashlight on. Look. I've got no idea. I'm here. You could do it running though, Joel. That'd be good. Fart night. Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Just in advance, so you know, there probably won't be a stream now until Monday evening, or late Monday afternoon, something like that. Around 4 o'clock, I think, which is what I would call usual time. My mum goes very early on Monday. I get my life back, but the weekend I think is going to be quite busy. Oh, that was crap.
Really?
Ellie,
Okay.
I always feel like boobies are watching me.
Be careful.
Just made that up. I just made that up then. It honestly, off the cuff. Not that bad, really. I blame the wine. I mean, if you were drinking a red wine, okay, and you had a bottle of, I don't know, Cabernet Sauvignon open, and you were going to have another wine as well, you'd finish that one, wouldn't you? Eh? You wouldn't kind of... You wouldn't top up your glass of Cabernet Sauvignon with a Shiraz, would you? You wouldn't do it. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon Shiraz. What were we thinking?
Man.
What?
Nothing. It's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked in the woods. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so supplies. As I correctly said earlier on, we've got no worries. We had 0.
Better now.
We've not had to use any, and we've
I
got
don't mean to upset you, but your friend's
plenty.
chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than me.
Let's try this corner jump again here.
It don't matter.
I got this once.
'Cause I doubt I can get out of
No,
there with
not
a
that time.
Whoa, look.
Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
There's obviously a very specific point that you can hit there, and he will jump right in the corner. And save nearly 0.1 of a second, which is vital. Can't afford to be passing up that kind of opportunity.
There we go.
Oops. Sorry. Controller on leg again. It happens. You all know the story about that. I can't make a command of that one, can
Down
I?
here. Just watch your step. It's a good drop. It's jammed on the other side.
Here, boost me up.
That's not such a good idea.
That took a while.
I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna get over there?
All right, come here. Give me your foot. Now listen, just open it, okay? Nothing else.
Sure thing.
Easy, easy. Good job.
Thank you. So let's say we get a car from this buddy of yours. Then what?
Well, then we go find Tommy.
Marlene said he's your brother?
And more importantly, he was a firefly.
It's
You know where to
possible we
take
might even get an ammo drop from this clicker here, you know.
He looks fine.
Because we don't have as much as we usually would. No, not this time. Oh well.
That would be one of Bill's traps.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's putting it lightly.
What's the deal with this guy?
Well, he helped us smuggle stuff into the city. He knows how to find things.
Okay, please, game, don't do anything silly. Oh, you get, you get. I was putting my finger over the triangle prompt, and he didn't pick it up. He wouldn't pick it up, and it brushed the triangle just before I started going across. Fail. Or in my world, normal, standard.
Clear, come on up.
All right.
And time for bat wings, I think. Oh, we actually got a clicker. Yay.
Holy shit, Joel.
See that wire? Stay underneath it, okay? Just keep your head
understand.
low and you'll be fine. Clear on this. You
Oh,
don't take too kindly to strangers. He was a good guy. He just...
So you got knocked back again.
Stay close.
Well. So I tried it both sides, and he still gets blown backwards.
I got you.
Damn it, Bill.
What just happened?
Life is a bitch, and then you die.
We're one of Bill's stupid traps. There. That fridge, it looks like that's a counterweight.
Okay.
Cut that rope, and it'll bring me down.
On it. Joel!
Shit, here they come.
I've just seen, you know, on bottles of wine, very often they show you what they go well with. It starts off really well, and then lets itself down. Gives 2 dishes, but it's good with. Flame grilled steak. Yep. Flame grilled steak. Oh, and the other one, cottage pie. No, I'm serious. Cabernet Sauvignon Shiraz goes well with flame grilled steak or cottage pie.
Here, catch.
Could you imagine having wine with cottage pie?
Damn it.
Come on. Cutting.
Just hurry. Hurry, they're getting closer.
Oh, missed him. Missed him.
Ellie, they're getting close. Get off, you son of a...
No. No.
Damn it. How many shots did that take? Speedrunning king. For fuck's sake. I actually let go of the controller and to point at myself. That's almost clip worthy. That's one of those ones that should be kind of scripted. Right, what have we got? 6. Ah, 6 is shit.
Which way? Run, Ellie.
Got more revolver than pistol. It's amazing.
Bill, come on. Bill, they're coming to the door.
Yes.
All right. Whatever supplies you may want or need, I suggest you grab them.
Thank you.
Found everything you need?
We're good.
Oh, wouldn't load. Fine.
All right, Ellie, come on.
As if we care.
Don't leave the door open.
We got it.
We have to cross to the other building. Up the stairs. Let's move it.
Just stay with me.
Can't believe you agreed to this bullshit, Bill. What you should have done was just left him back there.
It's just a job. Simple drop-off.
What do you deliver?
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
The little brat?
Haha. Fuck you too.
Oh. You know, I hope you know what you're doing.
So where are we going, Bill?
Go inside.
Oh, I didn't mean to take care of that. Relax, it's nothing. So, you didn't answer my question about Tess. Yeah, I thought the two of you were inseparable.
She's busy.
So, why don't you fix one of these cars?
Oh my god, you're a genius. I mean, the whole time, why on earth hadn't I thought about fixing one of these cars?
Oh,
Lock and load.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what you want.
All right. I'm gonna check the barricades again.
Bill?
You neglect the simple shit, and now you're paying for it.
Yeah.
You
You
know
do.
what that
You do.
means? Taking all the supplies from the warehouse
Okay.
and putting these
Now he's
vents
talking.
in again. Then it'll take
Bill?
Joel this way. And up we go.
You picked a hell of a place to hole up, didn't you?
You know, as bad as those things are, at least they're predictable. Normal people scare me.
Nothing.
Right down here.
Right, so you guys all remember how far we got on the previous run. We got the craziest thing happen.
New toy from the toy
Oh.
box.
The 2 mollies and the nail bomb didn't kill the bloater. And it meant that Joel got too close to it and you got killed. So I did a restart encounter
You gotta be really careful. This thing blows.
and we just got the spore screen for, what, at least 30 seconds or something like that. It was kind of obvious from that point that it was going to be a
So
problem.
We got shotguns and bombs. The hell we
So
do?
that was the end of the run, and it was frustrating because on that particular night I didn't have time to do more than one run. Which is kind of a shame.
The shit that they overlook. Anyway, a few months back, they were rolling through and they get overrun with this horde of infected. They were all over the truck. It plows right in the side of the high school. Still sitting there with the battery in it.
So we take that battery and we put it in another car.
Bingo. I wanted to get it, but it seemed too dangerous with all the infected in that part of town.
So hopefully
Joel needs a car.
What if it's damaged?
that won't happen again.
Those trucks are like tanks.
The only reason I didn't play golf,
Makes it
Aaliyah,
work.
is the fact that on the account that I was
Nice
logged
place to
into,
Time to sack up.
I hadn't even launched the game once, so I'd be starting right from the beginning. Kind of
Very cool.
frustrating, really.
Look, there's a school.
All right.
And there might be a slight problem
Ready?
because on
Guess we'll
the
find
account
out.
where I kind of got a long way through the game, probably not that far from maxing everything out, in all honesty, I think that to play it you have to be online because of the way that you earn shit.
I'm on it.
Could have done Burnout as well.
Hey, you guys hear that?
Nothing. Does this? Well, that was, at least it dropped something. It's an improvement. Oh, okay. Okay. That's much of an improvement. We'll take that.
Hold up. I got a key for that gate.
I'm glad that you mentioned Burnout.
Just move quietly.
I fired it up a few days ago while Alex was here, just to see how many people were playing online. 4. 4 people were online. And that's the remastered that was only launched
Give me a gun.
hide on the other side.
July, something like that.
Here.
What, the doggy door?
It's kind of died a death. It's a bit of a shame.
Very careful.
Of course.
I had expected it to last somewhat longer than that. And because when I was playing it on the PS3,
Inside the house.
They ain't seen us yet. Stay there.
I can't remember when it came out, sort of like 2008 or something like that. But even a year ago, it was still getting full rooms on the PS3 version. And it's just, yeah, it's died completely.
I think we're good.
Bit of a shame, because in all honesty, it is a great game. It really is a great game. I just don't think Criterion have kind of maximised on what they could have done with it. That was bad. That was really bad. You know, they tarted it up a little bit, but they didn't give it anything new at all. They just improved some of the textures. Kind of wasn't enough.
What'd I tell you? There's that truck sticking out of the school right there. Come on. There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
Close.
Ellie, run!
Actually trying to aim for Ellie then. You wouldn't run backwards. Okay, let's just beat the shit out of you. Bill, what are you doing?
Well, that was easier than I thought it'd be.
Yeah,
They must be holed up.
of course it was Bill.
Well, let's not test our luck. How do we get inside?
Silly lard-ass twat. Yes, it was quite weird. It's something I've always wanted to do. No, it was weird. I mean, but what you've got to bear in mind is I've got auto-aim on. And it locked onto Ellie. Nice one, game.
Don't get killed up there.
No way to treat your NPCs, is it?
We're okay. We just need to get to the hood of the truck.
Go, you two, go!
We'll sneak out the back.
Ah, tried to do a crafty thing then and weave between the two.
Ellie, come on!
I knew that was going to fucking happen. Stuck. Actually stuck. Oh, I'll have that. I'll have that. I'll have it. I'll have it. Thank you.
Looks like there's a path down this hallway.
Chair. Clumsy. Clumsy. Really clumsy. I'm hot. I just realised I'm hot.
Help me open this.
All right, ready? We're on the way. Barricade the door.
We just need the game. to do what it's supposed to do here. No silly arsing about with mollies and nail bombs not working. That's totally unfair. And game, you know it!
What was up with that big
Sorry, thought I saw ammo.
Been infected for a long time. We call them floaters.
floater? Okay, got it.
Did you?
Can we get the fuck out of here?
Okay.
Please?
Give me a little bit of extra stuff there that I wasn't expecting, including a nail bomb. Never picked a nail bomb up in there before. That's going to be a bit of extra for something. Splat.
Fucking hate those things.
All right, you got him. Let's go. Come on up.
Oops, oops, come on, come on, come on.
Pull me up.
Is that what it was? That what it wa- which is kind of weird because I can't imagine. Hang on, no, because the two mollies killed it.
This way.
That means the two mollies killed it, and that doesn't happen. Or maybe sometimes it does. I don't know, but I've never known it happen before.
Steal my shit and run off? Is that it, Frank?
Right, mustn't forget.
You should probably search the house. I'm sure there's more supplies.
Good idea.
Let me know when
Alright,
you're ready to
let's do it.
finish this thing. All right. Put her in first.
Only one. Right, I have to admit I've never known that before.
Keep your foot on the clutch. And when we get to
I know how to pop a clutch.
how the hell? You know what? I don't care. Just don't fuck it up.
All right, Ellie, get ready. Now, hit it. Hit it.
Guys, to your left.
Hey, good job, kid.
Bill, not helping. Ellie, we're
Nah,
gonna give
two
it
of
another
them.
go. Stay focused. Get back.
Nice one, Bill. Do something completely unnecessary.
Gotta go faster.
Pushing. Keep pushing.
Hey, around that house to your right.
Don't have much time. Back to pushing.
Again! There's always one of those that he won't pick up, even though it shows as being pick-upable.
Get her to the hill.
Load it, Joel. Load it?
All right, Ellie, get ready.
Nothing to say. Nothing to say at all.
All right, Ellie, start it
At least we're loaded with the right shit. Always had this really bad habit of not having the rifle ready. Which, when you get into the first part of Pittsburgh, is a pain in the arse because you want to use it on the three guys who come over the bus. And it doesn't give you time to swap out. We met in the springtime when blossoms unfold.
Just stay right on my ass.
And that will be a follow from Blacksmith. Thank you, Blacksmith. Welcome to the family, son. One game, but welcome anyway. I could do. Hello. Didn't quite do that right. Hello, Ellen. Or, hey, thanks, Sammy. That will do as well. Hello, dude. Hello, dude. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Motherfucker! What's wrong with these guys?
Catch your breath. We're leaving.
Hey. Watch out!
Well, you're not referring to me as playing a good game. I understand that, but you are right. It is one hell of a good game. I don't think we actually got them all, you know.
Fuck these guys.
Bitch.
Hey, go around.
It's really, really, really annoying. This guy actually... No, he did go. I did get him. He did kind of disappear on me, which is not appreciated at all. So there's a little bit of a waste gone on there. Recoverable. Absolutely recoverable.
All right, go. See if you can get it propped open with something.
There's some pretty gnarly stuff in here.
Ellie!
Like,
But Aaliyah was right. I'm glad this is not a timed run.
okay, go!
I'm just hoping that Mother Dear doesn't get back before I've finished, because that would be a bit of a pain.
Look. What did you know
Know what?
about the ambush?
I've been on both sides.
Right. I don't think I'd usually bother with this, but... Definitely wouldn't if it was a speedrun.
We'll take that as a yes.
All right. Here's the bridge.
In fact,
That's our way
really, I
out
shouldn't
here.
have done it. I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, Ellie,
Because
slow down.
now
for me.
I've got supplies that I wouldn't have had.
Right here.
I'm not
It's
you
bad.
letting
That was
me
a
go
dick
first.
move. It was a dick move.
Voice down.
Okay.
Of course, the difficulty is I don't know precisely what I picked up, so I can't get rid of them. And it wouldn't make a difference because it would change the pattern of drops later on anyway.
Oh, good.
When did you learn to shoot?
Ooh, thank you. Won't say no to that.
That bridge looks pretty far.
We'll get there. This is what most zones look like. This place has been abandoned for a while. Yeah, me too. Just keep it down while we're in this area.
What?
We were up all night, too.
Now, is he going to have his back to me again? He is. He's got his back to me. Amazing how often that happens. In fact, I think the last 3 playthroughs I've done, he's done that. And those last 3 where he's had his back, to me have been the only times. Like it's a new game that, sorry, a new thing that the game has invented, just for me. Nice game. Oh, I did get this hotel strat to work. Once. Just once. It's kind of annoying. I'd like it to be dependable. I'm going to try it again because honestly, it doesn't matter. Well, like I said, this isn't a timed run, so it's a good opportunity to give it a little practice.
We're a little closer.
You've got to be very precise in choosing the moment at which you slow from a sprint to a jog. Don't want to bump into that. That was kind of pointless. Because it's so easy to cause the alert.
Wait here.
What's that all?
You know, having the not having live split running doesn't really matter, because you know, obviously once it's there on the VOD, it's date stamped, you know, so it's obvious that if it turns into a good run and I post it, it's obviously not been edited, because the date stamping shows that that can't have been the case. Right, I need to swap that for that, and that will do. Okay.
Alright. Now you just need to find a way up.
But I don't think it will turn into a good run. I can tell you that my uptime at the moment is
It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
129,
Fancy.
and I probably waited about 4 minutes before starting, something like that. So we get a very rough idea, even at the end of this. That's assuming that we get to the end of this without Mummy Dear returning and ringing the bell. Okay, we've got to try it. We have to try this. I had such a yes moment when it worked, because it was the first time ever. And I had always thought that it was something to do with the patch that wasn't allowing it to work.
Oh, shit. Get down,
Got the alert. See what I mean? So what we're going to find now is that these tossers up here are just going to be standing in the middle of the corridor. They're not going to go anywhere. See what I mean? Big problem.
I'm gonna find this asshole.
We do actually have the option. Damn it. That's a bit of a shame. I thought for a moment we were actually going to get away with that. Thought they were going to be out of the way. Pity to have to use the ammo here, but do you know what? Do you know what I think is actually just possible? It's feasible. It is actually feasible. I don't know. They just appear out of nowhere.
You're dead, asshole.
Nice animation, thank you. I don't like using. Ooh, I've got ammo back there.
Surround him.
This is very wasteful. extremely wasteful. And this is one of those sections where you really can't... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You can't do a restart. The only way you're going to do a restart is to actually load a chapter. Which we can't do. Can't hear anybody, but that means nothing. Waste my time. Bastard. I want to keep this rifle ammo. Well, one thing I can guarantee, guys, is I'm not going to try that strat on a proper run. It's too fiddly. And very wasteful. And time consuming. And I'm hot. Why am I so fucking hot? I've got one heater on. One little poxy heat. Right, okay. No, that's alright. Joel, if you're scared, just say... He didn't want to know. Okay. Not good. Not good. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right, Dragon.
Find me something to climb on. Here we go.
The bunny is always hot.
There we go.
I'm all right. Are you okay?
No! You scared the shit out of me!
Sorry, I couldn't switch my phone off. Really apologise for that.
No!
My Windows phone kind of eats batteries
I'll
these
make my way
days.
up to you.
Or eats the battery, I should say. So I don't like to just leave it to switch itself
try.
off. Right, so this is going to be kind of interesting. I'd prefer to have a lot more rifle ammo than this. Got 3 shells I can pick up here, which is helpful. But I'd like more. Shut up, Dino. You can't have more.
God damn it.
Good. Save me wasting anything. That might have been a slight sound glitch, I would imagine. I mean, don't know for certain. I've certainly never seen a clicker down there. He could move fast. Jesus Christ, he was a mover. He's not dead, is he? More? Good God. He is dead. So, he can hit me. Love that animation. You don't get to see that very often. Do you see the speed at which he got up again? Oh, brick. Love a brick, thank you. Did you see the speed? Oh dear. Oh, game, you try my patience. Hey, Cheer. Cheer has just pooped into the stream. Welcome, dude. Well, it had to reach the stage in the game where something unusual happened, and that was it. Some of those animations there in that combat were kind of a bit crazy. Anyway, Cheer, how are you? How are you, bud? Are you good, bud? Are you good, bud? Oh, for fuck's sake! Are you well?
We need to get back out, find that bridge.
I hate this crap. Oh, I hate this crap. This crap, I hate. Oh, no, don't block me.
Might be able to get there with this. All right. Damn, this is harder than I thought.
One day to the weekend, Cheer. One
How
day
about
to
a
the
hand?
weekend.
You sure you can trust me with that?
Ellie.
Which is the case, the same shit, just sat in somewhere, basically.
There, how's that?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Favourite combat coming up? Not. But the good news is I have loads of rifles. Oops. Not brilliant.
Yeah, that's all I should have known, but if you're gonna steal, you better make sure you get away with it. Right? I would have done.
Ah, not quite enough. See the ammo there? I wanted that ammo at the I wanted that ammo at the back and I couldn't get to it.
Now the safety's on. You know how to switch it off?
I do.
You gotta respect
Bit of a shame.
This is not good.
Joel.
The good news is that it wasn't slow. I mean, compared with what Anthony does, it took a week, but for me, it was reasonably quick.
Alright, do your thing, Ellie.
On it.
When you type Drake, sounded like Lazarevich
Hold on.
in the in the big boss fight. Drake.
It's good thinking. Oh shit, get down, get down.
Oh, sorry, Uncharted 2.
Yeah, no food, old pair of shoes. We got nothing. Let's go.
Oh shit. Or is it 3? Oh fuck. Anyway, I know what we have to shoot the blue stuff on the trees, you know. That one. The shiny blue stuff.
Ain't nothing we could have done.
I know. It's just... Oh, man.
Oh, take your time, John. Just take your time.
Let's just get to that bridge.
Well, at least they finally killed that couple. I was sure they made it out of there.
Hey, get off! You're gonna pay for that!
Well, just send me a bill, all right? We'll sort it out later. I'm busy. Honestly, always concerned about earning money, aren't they? Parasites. Ah, okay. Actually, in all honesty, neither have I, but I've watched it enough.
I was too damn close.
The edge of the universe and back.
Very, very slight.
Excuse me?
Oh! You see that? It just disappeared anyway.
That's what the hero says after...
You're not having that one.
Endure and survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I'm uncertain about whether or not it's Uncharted 2 or 3. You know what? Just with the turret gun, I'm not 100% confident. I'm not going to try the quick way because I just can't do it. It's because I'm shit. But even so, you can still take a lot of shots on this. Ah, fuck it. We're not doing a run. We're not doing a run. Let's just do it. I'll do the restart encounter about there because I don't know precisely where it is. That's crap.
Watch yourself, man.
Some kind of military.
Right, so we've got nothing to throw. Weird. I was kind of worried about that because that's one of those things where you think, no, the controller isn't broken. I know the controller isn't broken. Is it telling me that Ellie's plus sign isn't going to disappear? You always have that thought in the back of your mind. Or because my mind is very small, somewhere right around the middle. Get out of it.
Don't worry. I'll find it in safe.
We gotta be careful. We're right next to one of their lookout areas.
We're not related.
Wow.
I'm Arlette Cow.
Wow. Did you actually see the what just happened then? Wow. Unbelievable.
Wait. Everyone be quiet.
LOL.
Away from the windows. They're gone. Man, that fucking truck. It's been hounding us ever since we got in this damn...
I always
what are you
feel
doing?
like
Nothing.
boobies are
Get rid of it.
watching me.
My backpack is practically empty.
What's the rule about taking stuff? It weighs enough. The rule.
The
What
80s,
is it?
they were shit.
We only take what we have to.
That's right. Now come on.
How far is this place?
We're close. Real close.
Okay, interesting. Don't have the option of using or creating health, which could make the next combat
What the hell was that? Be careful.
slightly interesting. Possibly. I don't know.
We did it. Not bad, old timer.
Because this is an unusual combat here in that, despite having a good night's rest, Joel doesn't get all of his health back. Which is just about the only occasion when it happens. Yeah, well, get over here and open the fucking door then, you slow bastard. Okay, I've got to make one up. Too risky not to have. Oh, I don't know. The pop shit that's out now, but it was the pop shit back in the day, Aaliyah. You know, Rick Astley, fuck's sake, all of the Stock Aitken Waterman bilge. The 80s were bad. Yeah. Whoa! Okay, you moonwalk over to the door. Oh, Henry, you got the moves.
You sure it's safe being so close to them?
Toss pop.
The key, man.
And where'd you get that?
I killed one.
But I don't like any. I don't like pop.
Everybody
Hate it.
through.
But the stuff that's around now, if you like sort of pop punk and Brit rock and that kind of stuff, it's far better than anything that's ever been out there before.
Me?
I love that new stuff. Right, I need to just think about what I'm going to use here.
I am.
Yeah, but that's it. It's the pop crap. It's always going to be there, and it was bad back in the day as well. You know, right since the pop charts started. 2 words.
Welcome to my
Novelty single. We don't really get those now, but you go back to the 60s and 70s and the 80s, you had the novelty single, like Shut Up Your Face and Match Stalk Men and Match Stalk Cats and Dogs. There was such shite. Whispering Grass. Yeah, it was all bollocks. Now auto-tune, I do have an opinion on auto-tune. I have opinions. I do opinions. It's technology. Now, as long as you can perform live, and prove that you can sing, then that's fine.
How you doing?
In that case, you are perfectly entitled to use auto-tune to create great recordings, because that's what it's all about. I did a bad thing here. I did a bad thing.
Hey, you hear that? Clicking. Yeah, I hear it. Loud speed shit.
It's technology, and technology is there to use. That's the whole idea.
Did you hear that? Yeah, I heard it.
It's what you're supposed to. supposed to make use of. That was crap. No? What? Bastard. I didn't realise that he was left over. That was really, really bad. That's wasted a load of time. And, pick it up, sake. Wasted a lot of time, a lot of ammo. We're going to have problems. We are going to have problems now.
Alright. You ready?
We did it. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm deliberately using ammo here. I'm using the clever strat of assuming that use all your ammo, you'll get all of your ammo back. Because I'm smart, me.
We're good. Sam, let's go.
All right, kid, come on. There you go. Come on.
Shit!
Hurry, hurry.
Billy!
Put in the
Okay, we're picking him up.
put in the command.
I'm sorry. We're leaving.
What? What's this bullshit?
Hey, now!
What the fuck, Henry? We stick together.
Let's go!
It might not have been that. No, no, not verbatim. Anyway, I was slightly troubled by that. Right, this could be shit. I'm not gonna fucking pay for it at all. We are not going to get anything, are we? Nothing at all. Nope, nothing. Oh well. Oh, get the full story now. I'm never going to read that. Somebody needs to get on the phone to me and read that out.
Hey, we're gonna search this area. See what we come up with.
That was intense. You cool?
Yeah. Let's go find that radio tower.
Okay. I think I kind of get the idea.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Well, yeah, I know that now.
Give me a hand with this.
Same time.
All right, come on, kids, go.
I'm actually enjoying this process of having very little ammo. Kind of put some discipline in your head.
Flashlights out. Sam, stay close. I know. Someone's finally learning. Which way?
Joel, we should see what's over here.
Alright, just because I usually don't, I'll go up to the stairs at the end instead of using the ladder.
Right here.
Just because. Just because nothing. Is it faster or slower? Who knows? What we do need to do is get about there and do a restart encounter to make sure that all of those three are with us at this point. Otherwise you wait ages for Henry to get to that mechanism thing and turn it. Proper Shakespearean, that is.
Henry, give it a shot.
The bard ain't got nothing. Hey, Joel, come on. The bard don't have nothing on that shit.
I'm gonna have a look. You keep an eye out.
Oops. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much.
Oh, this thing.
Let's go, Ellie.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
Right, so now we're going to have to find out how much we have in the shotgun, which is kind of what we're relying on. Rather a lot from this point. Oh, kind of weird.
We'll see if that generator's still got some juice.
Goes nothing.
Interesting. Interesting, but fun. I do like the idea now of being low on supplies.
It's a sort of alarm. We should theoretically get reasonable drops here, but only in theory. In practice, this game does know how to not give you stuff when you need it. Do you think I got him? No, nothing.
Well, I guess we know what happened to these people.
Seeing how there was a clicker that had been gone for a while. We keep moving forward. All we do is hope there aren't any more.
Yeah, I'm cool.
That was me. I must have triggered some kind of safety gate or something. Henry, see if we can lift this.
So, this is awkward.
Yeah. I know. It's like every time.
Clickers!
What?
Hey, this thing isn't budging, man.
Just go. Get out of here.
Sam, you stay close to him.
Henry, we gotta fucking move!
You keep him safe. Go!
Right, game, don't be a bitch. Not on this bit, because I don't need to be using ammo for this one. I need to just get through. I'm talking to myself, or talking to the game. Now, that wasn't commentary, that was just senility. Okay, actually gained a little bit of ammo, which isn't terrible.
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep running. Go over there.
Sam!
Run! There's too many of them.
Ellie, get away from the door. Maybe we put it together.
Sam! He just crawled through.
He what? Sam, what the hell are you doing?
Well, it's got to do, hasn't it?
Go. Everyone upstairs. Let's go.
Shorty time. Oh, and of course you get more rifle ammo. I'd forgotten about that. Okay. So it's not too bad.
Damn thing's stuck.
Here, give me a boost. I can get through that window.
Open it from the other side. Make it fast.
Come on, Sam.
Just out of interest, what's our short on sugar?
What about you?
Okay.
Come on. Go. Get ready.
Here we go.
I was thinking of the places where sugar gets picked up from here. There's not many, is there? I'm wondering actually if the next place is actually in the ranch house. Don't think there's any in the dam. And even if there is, there's not enough to make up another smoke.
We got it.
Move. Go, go. Fresh air. Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on either side, guys.
So where's this tower?
We're close. Come on, let's go.
Right, which one of these children is going to get in my way? Will it be Samwell?
Hey. How you doing?
Which one is going to glitch right through me? It's usually Ellie.
Yeah. Not one of our finest moments, but we made it
There
out.
you go.
Hey, look at that. Yup, what'd I tell you, huh?
Let's find a way around to it. What about you? How you holding up?
Business as usual, right? Took out a couple of infected by myself.
Yeah.
Get out!
Fucking sniper. Did you see where he's going? Somewhere down the street. All right, now. Y'all stay here.
No!
Before you start, I need you guys to keep him busy. I'm gonna go around and see if I can't get the angle on him.
Okay. Hey, be careful.
Stop taunting me, you taunty person.
Watch my back. Behind that burnout building. I see you.
Okay, you just throw a molly for no reason at all. Can you believe that guy? Can you believe that guy? Can you actually believe that guy? Has there ever been a guy standing in that corner? Anybody? Just to use ammo, wasn't it? That was the whole reason, just to use up some of my ammo. What a twat of a game, hmm? That spoilt my evening somewhat. Oh, wow. Wow, I hate it when that happens. No, come on, man. Oh, such a waste. I had the opportunity to get a little bit of that back. Oh, come on, come on. Now I'm going to have big problems. Now I am going to have big problems. Look at that. Wow. Now that's taken a load of time. Dear, oh dear. I think I was phased a little bit by that guy in the house. It broke my concentration. Despite taking his head off, it didn't kill him. So, fine. Okay. Thomas, my gratitude to you. Crap.
Oh, that was intense.
But again,
All right, Sam?
Yeah, I'm okay.
because it's not an actual
Yes,
run,
Joel.
I don't care. I just actually need to get a run in.
All right.
Because it's been a
We
little
did
while.
it.
And you can tell how out of practice I
We
am.
should move.
All right. Sam! Henry!
I always wanted to know. You see, if you kill the first one, you still have to kill the second as well. I've never actually tried it. I know it sounds extremely obvious, I should have known it, but I've just never actually done that myself. So, yeah, there you go. Anything happening in the world of emails, I wonder? Ah, right, yeah. Yeah. That was me. I noticed that because I tend to just look at details when that kind of thing happens. But when it comes to gameplay elements, I tend not to be the most observant in the world. That is never time for a pee break. Right, so let's just see how bad the ammo situation
Jackson
really
County.
is. And it's going to be pretty
Seems we're
pathetic.
close to Jackson City, right?
Shouldn't be more than a few miles.
You ready to see dear old brother?
I'm just ready to get there.
Nervous?
I don't know what I'm feeling.
I mean, that's bad. Bad, but for challenge purposes, good. I'm not going to jump down there, you know.
You're not together,
It must save a second.
We just had a bit of a disagreement.
Can't see the point.
Ah, here we go.
Because he pauses
What was it about?
incidentally before he
Tommy saw
jumps
the
down.
world one way, I saw the other.
And that's why he joined the Fireflies.
Yeah, your friend Marlene promised him hope. That kept him busy for a while, but just like Tommy, he eventually quit that too.
How was it? Last time you saw him?
I believe his last words to me were, I don't
Fuck
ever
off.
want to see your goddamn face again.
Oh, okay. Not so
He's
bad
gonna
then.
help us?
I suppose we're gonna find out.
Well, there without his help?
Let's just get going.
We still don't know what his name is. I'm going for Clive. No, I'm not. That's a crap name. Hey, Bird Barrels! Hello there, dude. How are you doing?
I know. Step on the fucking pallet.
Shit. BB's in the house.
Go and give it a spin.
Time-wise, I don't know. But I honestly don't know. Because my mum is out this evening and I don't know what time she's going to be back. It's kind of complicated by the fact that she doesn't have a set of spare keys now.
Careful crossing that thing.
So Murphy's Law said that if I actually put the timer on, she was going to get back like before the end of the run, and that would be kind of invalid because I'd have to pause. So I'm doing it without the timer. All I can say is that I probably started about
I know, I am too.
4 minutes in, something like that, and we're now on 2:15. So call it, say, 2:10 we're on at the moment, very approximately 2:10. But I don't know how that compares, because I don't really have... Oh, come on. That doesn't help. Because obviously I don't use splits. I've not really got the comparison, but we haven't had anything that's gone terrifically bad. In fact, we've had some sections that were really good. The financial district, even though it was messy, was quick. Just used a load of ammo.
We have electricity, Joe. I had. We'll get her running again.
No way. You guys have horses.
We got a whole lot of them.
Hey, Tommy, give me a hand with this.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. He likes when you cut his ears. You ever ride one?
I actually have.
When have you ridden a horse?
Winston...
My voice is actually nearly at Clive levels at the moment, so... hey, thanks. Hey, thanks, Tommy. No, too high. Too high. Hey, thanks, Tommy.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
No, it's still too high. Oh, balls. That was crap. That was really poor.
Earl?
Yeah?
Why are you here? Weren't you supposed to head back this morning?
Still waiting on Hauser and the rest of the boys to relieve me.
Nice ass.
You know, we'll be fine.
No,
Just
I didn't.
Go home
I
to your
didn't say that.
family.
Just
You
a couple
imagined
more
it?
hours. I'll tough it out.
All right, look, take it easy.
One, two, three. Oh, she did a little shimmy. The shimmy was nice. See that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bit of ballroom, I think.
Start it back up. You want to come check it out?
I'd rather eat belly.
It's my turn anyway. I'll go.
I'll come with you. Go with Maria. Get some freedom.
Joel. Come on, Ellie. Let's give the boys some space. I'm sending Tommy over. Stand by.
Okay, that sounds like it's pretty crap then so far. Well, I'm glad.
Turbine's back online.
I'm glad we've not got the timer on.
Feels like forever.
I mean, I did kind of say to myself when I started this stream that it was going to be a practice because I've not done anything at all since the last run that I did. I had one little practice of a few sections about, what, 4 days ago, something like that. That's what it's like when you've got family over. You don't get to do the important stuff.
I said I'm good.
Okay. I'll hold on to it for you.
Tommy,
I always said there are two real disadvantages when the family comes over. One of them is that you can't stream, and the other one is the family comes over.
Come on.
But other than that, it's great.
I don't know what you heard, but you should see the town. We're over 20 families strong now. It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained via crops and livestock. Remember how we thought no one could live like this anymore? We're doing it.
Wait, at this rate then, Dreg, I'm to be about easily 5 minutes behind at this point, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's not been that... It's not really been a bad run. And like I said, the financial district
maybe you don't have to be.
was probably at 3 minutes quicker than on the PB. Wow.
These two geniuses are going to bring this plant back to life.
We think we got it this time.
You don't believe us? I didn't say that.
I'll bet you $1 million it works.
Sure. Make it two. We're almost ready. They just need to finish putting the shield back on.
To the left. Watch it. Okay, that's good. Slowly. Slowly. All right. That's good. Tommy's here. You good to go? You need...
Bunny strat, bunny strat, bunny strat. Hype the bunny strat. Because the bunny strat is coming right up. Okay.
We did it, boys! Nice work, boys. Somebody get on the horn and give Maria the good news. You see that?
It's pretty impressive. Looks like you're have $2 million.
All right, Joe.
Ah, right, okay.
Let's go talk.
My personal feeling is that it's probably very close.
Shit! Bandit! Stop!
But that's because there have been some bad sections in this, but nothing really bad. And with the financial district being so good, I think anything that I've lost on the way, I've made up. Anyway, I think so. You are joking. What the fuck? That does not happen. That is totally illegal. Really, really illegal.
Oh, come on. Don't give me dramatics, just die. Oh, sod off. Oh, just kill him for fuck's sake. Bastard. Okay. Come on.
She couldn't have gotten far. We'll find her, don't worry. She usually pull these stunts?
Nothing like this. What's going on?
Tommy is no better on a horse than he was at driving through Austin, is he? Doesn't know where to go, doesn't look at junctions, doesn't look at other traffic.
Horseback.
There. 4 tracks.
And the usual stop.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm getting used to that now.
How many do you see?
Too goddamn many.
Go around, I'll cover you.
Where did he go?
That's all of them.
Come on. Back to the horses.
At long last, a quick woods fight. And that doesn't happen very often. It's not helped by bad driving with the horse, but okay. But that was good. That was quick for me. That was quick.
Tracks keep going this way.
Oh, thanks, Tommy. Sorry. Hey, thanks, Tommy. Needed that. Really, really needed that to go quick.
Okay. Some of these buildings look like a mirror.
Roll ahead to Central Grounds. Should be able to see most of the campus from there.
That was fun.
I did have 3 mollies, didn't I? So I've got my 1 for here. That's fine.
Chilly.
It's that time of year.
Need to
How
make
many
sure it
people do you think are
works.
there?
It'll be the icing on the cake for the molly here to take them all out in one go, which hasn't been the case for a long time. But
I'm not sure.
we've got to get lucky again some point.
Whoa.
Sounds like runners.
Stay with the horse. Yes, I don't want him running off. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, 2. Wow, that's a bonus. How did it end up with 2 when I threw 2? I don't understand. I think she was actually dead anyway. But if it sped up the oh fucking hell. If it sped up the process slightly, then I'll take it. I didn't need to do that though, did I? That was crap. Okay, so guys, how did that work? How did I use 2 out of 3 mollies in the ranch fight, and I had 2 when I got here?
Hey, I was thinking I would have wanted to be an astronaut.
Did I cheat?
That a fact.
Yeah. Can you imagine being up there all by yourself? What about you? What do you want to be?
I don't understand.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be,
Naughty Dog can't count. That's it. That's
Shut
it.
up.
Now we know.
serious.
Sing something.
No.
Come on, I won't
Yo.
laugh. Aw, are those monkeys?
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
Or after all this time, have I not noticed that it's just a thing that you get
Firefly.
an extra molly at that point in easy mode or something? Is that it? Seems very, very odd, I have to admit. Come on. No, it didn't work. Okay, my camera idea is totally fucked now.
Watch yourself.
Me too.
I had this theory. That what side you gets off depended on what side you had your camera pointed to on the horse. Because it seemed to make sense. In my brain, it made sense.
Damn it, spores.
Don't need them. I'll have them. Thank you. Were you looking away, Aaliyah? Oh, I don't know. Were you looking away? It's just something I noticed and hadn't ever cottoned onto it happening before, because I'm not sure that it ever had. I had 3 mollies in the ranch house, used 2 of them, got here, and I still had 2 in the inventory. So I just couldn't quite work that out. So I didn't craft one.
Come open the gate.
Seemed to be oh right. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what happened. I ended up with an extra molly somehow. A phenomenon which hasn't been explained.
don't remember crafting one.
Try the gate.
Oh, actually, I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did.
Come on through.
Not something I would usually do, which is why. Okay, all right. So the game didn't make a mistake. I just made a. I made a forgetful.
Why would they have infected so close to the lab?
Well, Bill used them as a form of defense. Maybe they're doing the same.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Now, at some point here, I've just got to do a quick inventory check. Not crafting check, but I need to go through the weapon slots, and it's possible. Not sure, but it's possible I might have to swap something out because I'm not sure what I've got. What I want is rifle and Diablo.
Come on,
Or shorty will do, but rifle and either shorty or Diablo, but definitely rifle.
Thanks. Let's look around.
I need to have a brick, which I haven't got. Got the rifle, and it's weaponed, so that's all right. Oh, that's careless.
Yoo-hoo! Fireflies! Here for mankind over here. Anyone?
Let's keep it down until we figure out what's going on. We ain't alone. Stay close. We found out where they went.
Not absolutely over the moon with how much health I've got for this escape. I can't see the point, really, in healthing up.
Well, maybe in all that research they turned
Kind of waste of resources. Oh well. I might have just kind of made a bad decision there, but we'll see what happens.
What the fuck are these guys?
Don't matter. We know where to go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Surround him.
That'll do. That'll do. I just did not want to use more bullets then. That was the thing I was concerned about, ammo. Okay. Jerusalem! Hello there, friend. Thank you for joining us. Yes, easy new game plus, because of no fingers on my left hand, because I rely on auto-aim. The reason why there's no timer on is I've got family over at the moment from Italy, which consists of my mum. And she's out this evening, but she doesn't have a key to get back in. So I've got to be ready to answer the buzzer and go and let her in. Murphy's Law, it would happen towards the end of the run with the timer running. So this is just a practice run. because I've not actually done this kind of run of the game for going on for a week, something like that. But whatever. Obviously the VOD will be time stamped. I can see that my uptime is 2:38 at the moment. So it will be possible to work out what the precise time is at the end anyway, even without live split.
Let's go. Joel?
I'm fine.
You handle the window?
In fact, the one that's the run that's on speedrun.com at the moment was done exactly the same way, and that only didn't have live split on it because I couldn't get it working properly. But it was fine, it was accepted. Like I said, with these things being time stamped, it's easy to check that they're genuine.
Those were my friends you killed, asshole. Come on out. You want to do this the hard way?
We gotta get you out of here.
Oh, but Aaliyah, I don't mind if somebody asks. Honestly, I don't mind if somebody asks a question like that because it depends. If you're watching on a mobile phone, depending I think on whether you're using Android or Windows or it's an iPhone or whatever, you don't always get that information at the bottom, which is kind of a bit weird. So I just make the assumption that if somebody's asking that, it's because they can't actually see it. It does happen. Ow. My ear's getting very itchy. It's so hot.
Can you walk?
Yes.
Then fucking walk!
Yes, it's just a shame that we're kind of not doing the story. I do story runs. Don't worry about that. I do two versions basically, both kind of aiming for speed. I call one of them the 3.5 and the other one the 5, and that's because this one, kind of a good time for me, used to be 3.5 hours. I've got it down to 3:19 now. But for a long time, doing the full story mode, which is where you use exactly the same speed strats, but you allow all of the cutscenes to play, which are about 1 hour 32 or something like that. And I eventually, after lots and lots of tries, got under 5 hours by 2 seconds. Amazing, 2 seconds under 5 hours. Talk about drama. Yeah, it's about 1 hour 32, I think.
Wait here. I'll get the door.
Take your time.
Come on.
Fuck.
I mean, unfortunately, you can't kind of work it out by looking at the cinematics under the bonuses on the game itself, because they round them up or down to the nearest minute. So it might say 3 minutes, but it could be 3 minutes 20, 25 seconds or something like that, or 2 minutes 56. So you know, you could go through and you could add them all up, but it wouldn't be accurate. I mean, the best way to do it is just to do the to use the play all function and manually time it, but obviously that takes a while. Oh no, sorry, it was 2 seconds. No, 2 seconds under. It was 4:59:58, which was kind of a huge milestone. I was so happy to get that, because at one, literally months before that, I was desperately trying to beat 6 hours.
Easy.
Oh, I'm not. Just. That was just done a killer. That has just killed the run. It was aimed right as well.
Where'd you go?
No, I didn't quite get hard on, but I definitely rubbed myself quite nicely.
things I say in jest. I was so annoyed about missing. And it's also a long time since I missed a deer shot. That was very, very disappointing.
Hold it steady. Gotcha.
So that's lost me a minute, easily. That was slightly better. I think I saved a little bit on what I would usually do there. I think I take a little bit too long usually aiming for that one. That was reasonably quick, so...
What is this place? Oh, great. Everything's cool. This place is not creepy at all. Oh.
Alright, fun. Fun.
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
This is just a case of not cocking up.
Let's hope they don't find him. Cover the windows.
Okay.
Make every shot count.
Done it before.
That way. Stop them. That sound glitch delays these guys coming up here. So it's kind of not funny anymore.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am. Give me a hand with this.
4 hours in Grounded is good. Believe me, it's good. This is a tough game, even in easy, this is a tough game to do quickly.
Let him come in through the windows. More infected. They must have followed us.
Maybe they followed you.
Doesn't matter. We're stuck in this together. Here, on the right.
Damn it. 5 isn't great. Oh, got more. 9. 9 is great. 9 is actually really, really great.
Screw it. We're getting out of this room.
Do you watch Anthony?
This way.
Because, you know, okay, what he does is godlike, but still the principles of what he does, if you can get near them, are really, really good. Save you a hell of a lot of heartache. I mean, they're totally beyond me. They really are.
Do you know where you're going?
Never set foot in this place.
Great.
But I do use the excuse of not having the fingers to do it. And Anthony uses the crab
This way.
hold as well, which looks really odd, but
You don't need to worry about me.
seems to work for him.
Stay close. Come on.
I'm actually, I'm glad that other people have said that. I was having a difficult family time yesterday, and really just needed a break. I just needed the chance to chill and watch something, and I saw that Anthony was on, and you know, with people in the room, I thought, no, okay, don't. So I watched something else instead. So I'm kind of glad that if it was all going wrong, it went wrong while I wasn't there. I actually ended up watching seasons 3 and 4 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which was kind of good fun.
Here, come here, boost me up.
Now, crab grip, it's a particular way. I can't describe it because I can't do it, but it's a particular way of holding the controller, which, you know, you'd look at it and you think, God, that can't be comfortable. But it works. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ooh. I wonder how close that actually was then. Because apparently it can be done. I don't even know if it counts as a glitch. Because why wouldn't you jump off the top of that? Seems to make complete sense to me.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. Jeez. Looks like someone already fought those things and lost.
Grab the gear and look for an exit.
See anything? So what do we do?
Missed it.
You hear that?
Put him out of there. Here come more.
How many of these things are there?
No idea. Just keep at it.
Unusual.
The bloater! What? It's one of those big fucking guys.
Ah, missed it. He was moving.
Time. The big guy's down. killed all of them?
Oh, don't sound so disappointed.
More like disbelief.
Yeah, it's fun. Hang on. Grounded world record is faster than New Game Plus. And the amazing thing is, Jerusalem, is that one of the reasons why that is true is that to do the grounded speed run, what you have to do is very, very specific. With the New Game Plus, because kind of overall, well, it is definitely easy, you're less likely to die and there's more resources. You actually have so many paths to go down. It's more difficult to find the right one. You know what I mean? So, when you're doing the grounded glitchless new game, you know the one thing that you have to do. Okay, you get a few clutch moments as well. But generally, there's kind of one way to do everything. So that's what you practice all the way through. Whereas with New Game Plus, you keep trying different things and you're always kind of thinking, well, I'll tell you what, which way will I do it this time? Which is kind of a distraction. You know, it's amazing. Doing the grounded speedrun is probably great if you've got a little bit of OCD, because it is made for people who would absolutely obsess about getting a particular strategy completely right. There's no room for error at all. Whereas the other thing that happens as well is you can be a bit kind of blasé. Hey, thank you for the follow as well. I'll call you Jay. I like people whose names begin with J, calling them Jay. But Jerusalem, thank you very much for the follow. Arrow situation is excellent. That's excellent. I had a funny one here when I was practicing a few nights ago. Well, 4 nights ago, I think it was. The guy behind the toilet block was not there at all, even when I went round the other side. It's like he'd just not spawned in. So that's something to look out for, because it's kind of a problem when that happens. I did get spotted on the top. Oh, come on.
Where'd they go? Piece of shit. Yeah.
Come on! Get her!
Because she just simply cannot aim a fucking gun. No choice here. Absolutely no choice. Just could not get the aim at all. She would have died. All right. That's quite a creative name. And you're talking to a man who loves words, a man who lives words. It actually took a lot of damage there. Right. I did lose time, but it could have been worse. I could have got killed and a restart. So, why she couldn't get that first arrow, I don't know, but it happens a lot. At least I've got enough to get through this with near worries. As long as she doesn't get hit. She can pick up. Is there? Oh no, don't do that.
Cover the ground! Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here! Hey, she's over here!
damned lucky. I've got to take a risk here as well.
Over here.
I hope the other guy shows straight away. He does. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I just can't do it. It's what it would drive me completely mad. I would feel like I was getting no variety from the game if I kept restarting. I mean, obviously, it's a case of treating the game in a different way. When you're a perfectionist, as Ant is, you can absolutely understand why he would take that approach. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. I'm not going to have very much for the hospital. It could be fun.
Who are you?
This is a horrible bit of combat. What you find here is even when Joel is fully upgraded, remember he's badly injured at this point. So you make this assumption that he's going to be able to just fire here and get the shots in. He can't because he's kind of unwell. You know what I mean? He's,
Where is she?
his ability to aim properly is actually diminished.
Over here. Run. Keep running.
Okay, that was extremely good. That's how I like that to go, because it never goes like that. Right, good. Thank you again.
Gotcha, asshole. Finish him off. Hold it still.
Except when I rage, bird. Except when I rage. It does happen. Happens sometimes. Sometimes. Generally, I'm quite good. I definitely don't rage if I'm doing story mode, because obviously there's plenty of time. If something goes wrong, you can just sort of take a few moments to chill, get your thoughts back together, and you can go for a wee when you really need one. Can't see this guy at all. That's not what I like. We might actually, don't know about this, we might get lucky, we might be able to go straight through here. Not quite, but it's okay. We're okay. And now for the totally failed in here strat. This just doesn't work for me. Honestly, I cannot get the third kill. And I don't understand why. Because David comes round the right hand side and he's not supposed to. Doobies!
Nailed it.
Yeah. Oh yes, I do quite good British rage, don't I?
It's all right.
Oh bother.
Nowhere to go. You want out?
Let's come get these keys.
So these first two bits are fine. No problem at all. But on the third one, David turns round and you can't even run away. Usually happens for me is he jumps up and attacks. So that I'm really glad that worked because it's rare. Got away with it.
Oh, Christ.
When it's going this well, I'm so tempted to go for the tunnel strap, and I know I shouldn't.
Ellie?
I've only ever made it work once. Yeah, in that case, you have played it more than me. I would guess I've played it somewhere between 100 and 150 times. The only thing I would say is that Anthony has probably seen the end credits about 100 times, and he's done the intro probably 5,000. I've had quits, yeah, it has happened, but I'd say I'm probably about three quarters of the runs that I've done, I've seen through to the end.
Ain't no shame in it. You come into my house.
Yo, that is a big a big host from Wildfire. 10 viewers. Wildy, how are you doing, mate? And thank you for the host.
You can try begging.
How's the world of the Wildfire?
You think you know me? Huh? Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
My uptime is 307 at the moment, which is quite encouraging, because I would reckon that 303 or 304 of that is gameplay. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Did you hear me?
No.
Oh, I bet your food won't be as good as what I had, Wildy. I had the most fantastic. Mummy made it. Mummy made me a really, really, really good hot chili
Feel that
this
breeze,
evening.
Huh?
It was a belter.
On a day like this, I just sit on my porch, pick away at my six string. Yeah, once we're done with this whole thing, I'll teach you how to play guitar. I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh?
Something I want to know the answer to.
Look at that. Another city. Another
Is that
abandoned
quicker?
quarantine zone.
Is that quicker? Or am I just imagining shit?
Maybe we cut through here, huh? Well, we could use that ladder. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Red kidney beans.
Ellie?
What?
I actually cheat.
The ladder.
As well as using a chili sauce, I get the red beans in chili sauce just to give it a little bit of extra, you know, bit of extra fire.
Oh my god.
Ellie! Ellie!
You gotta see this.
What is it? What the hell is it?
Guys, I've got to go for the tunnel strat, haven't I? I've got to, because it doesn't actually matter. If this becomes a PB, yes, okay, it would break 3 hours 19, but there were still bits that weren't right, so I might not, even if it beats 3:19, I might not post it. So wouldn't it be great to save a couple of minutes in the tunnel? For those who aren't aware, it's not actually a difficult thing to do, but it's difficult for me because it's the rapid swap out, well, the swap from throwing the brick to
Look, I know you mean well.
getting the smoke bomb and getting it locked on.
There's no halfway.
That for me is really, really tough
Once
because
we're
I'm not
done.
looking. I can't look at the controller when I do that.
Okay.
Well, I ain't leaving without you.
So I'm trying to do it by
Let's go
feel.
mess
Yeah, it's just fucking awkward, really awkward.
This place takes me back.
How so?
I'm trying to work out what the actual
That's right after
runtime would
everything went
usually
down.
be from this
I
point.
ended up in a triage just like
Let's
this.
call it.
Everywhere you
Call
look,
it 30. Let's imagine we're at
our family's
3:07.
torn apart. Whole
12
damn world
minutes.
seemed turned upside down in a blink.
Is that after you lost Sarah?
12
Yes.
minutes to finish from this point. Does that sound
Can't imagine losing someone you
enough?
love like that. Losing everything that you know. I'm sorry, Joel.
It's okay, Ellie.
No, you know what? You know what? Sorry, guys. It's actually going to be disappointing. I'm not going to do it. I'd just like this actually to be a good run.
This time it's gonna be different. Just know it.
What do you mean?
You're gonna be there. The Firefly. Sure of it.
I'd much rather do this in the way that I would usually do it, not take any silly risks. Because I don't think, in all honesty, that the tunnel strat is something that I would just do every time. Don't know why I picked that up. Totally pointless. Hey, Wildfellow's back. So what have you got?
Scary.
What are you going to stuff in your mouth, Wildy? Is it as good as my chili? Well, actually, my mum's chili, but you know, the chili that I had. Yeah, it's kind of really touch and go as regards to timing. I'm guessing that my game time is 3:10 at the moment. I'm not quite sure if 9 minutes is really feasible to get to the end from this point, because you have an amazing amount of downtime from this point.
We're good. Don't think they can reach us now.
Oh, I can't make that jump anymore.
Watch your step, Edward. I'm on the other side. All right, hold on.
And there's actually a lot of walking around as well from this point. I mean, the worst part is just waiting for Ellie to drop the ladder that broke off the damn wall. That seems to take forever.
Freezing.
Covered in boxes again. Well, it'll be interesting. It's all dependent on the hospital, of course, and we know how that can go. Sorry, we know how that goes, because that has just become... no, it's so precise, the glitch running. It's, you know, you have to know exactly where you're going. I've never even tried it, but I've got to be honest with you. I don't actually enjoy watching glitched runs. And it's not just that what's the word? Would it be cruel to call them kind of a bit nerdy? Oh, that's probably is a bit harsh. The way I always see it is that I get far much more pleasure out of watching somebody being brilliant at taking on all of the challenges of a game rather than missing anything out. It's almost like if you were watching a football match and one side is, you know, 2-0 up at half time. Do you sort of say, go on, you've won anyway, okay, let's not bother with the second half? If you were watching that match, if you'd paid your ticket to watch that match, you probably wouldn't be too happy. And glitched runs are a little bit like that to me. I want to see the best way of doing every single part. You know, but they're interesting in their own way. They're kind of fascinating.
You know.
Looky there. I'm on it. Be careful.
Yeah, I went too far. Too far. I didn't mean nerdy in a bad kind of way. It's more, that is more for kind of what you would call the hardcore gamers.
Come into my house.
And we now have a host from Hockey Dad. Hello there, friend. It's the Hockey Dad. Not seen you in a little while. Mind you, I've not been on for a little while. That's why. That explains it. Oh my God, I nearly forgot. No, I can't make one of those, so I'll have one of those. That will have to do me. Okay. How are you doing? How are you doing, bud? Yeah, all good here. This is my first
Damn ladder broke off the wall.
first free night that I've had to stream in
I'll figure
a week.
something out.
A week. My mum came over from Italy last Friday. So it's been a case of, you know, not allowed to game. It's rude. This is why my mum's mobile phone kind of goes off with a text message or something every 15 fucking seconds. But anyway, there you go. Females and their phones.
Oh, I see. Good idea.
This can't be anything like 319, you know. My total uptime at the moment is just past 319, and I started the stream maybe 3 or 4 minutes after going live. This is actually going to be quite disappointing for some stupid reason.
Let me go ahead.
Because it's felt like a good run. Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Come on, jump.
Was it just me that thought he'd not made the jump then?
See? You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
Oh, of course, and this is a big time waster here as well. God, this takes so long. Even though the hospital is generally rubbish, it's really horrible. I just wish this part would get over with so I can get to it. You know, you get to this part here and you look at your watch and thinking, I've got a good time here. Come on, stop hanging on to that piece of metal for no reason. And this, and then the swimming. Yep, I think underwater buses have become crap over the years. Haven't even got it the right way up. Oh no, no, there we go. There you go, you see, Mother's back. And that means that this won't actually count as a run. Well, it will count, but I've obviously lost time. Had to happen, didn't it, hey? Well, let's just see if we can do this first time, shall we? I was just thinking, of course, it's not an invalidated run. It just means that, you know, I've added a bit of time to it. There you go, the alert. The alert always happens. I was just annoyed with him. Yeah. Mum? Wine's there. Wine's... No, it's here. It's on my desk. On my desk. Here. Right, so I think all I've got here is one smoke bomb. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to use the brick as the diversion because I've got nothing else. Okay, now do the run. Damn it. Wow, where did that smoke bomb go? Where did the smoke bomb actually go? It went in here. Okay, fine. Smoke bombs that can go through doors. Now that's what you call power. The power of the smoke bomb.
Weird. That was definitely
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing in here?
You fucking animal!
Shut the hell up.
I got you.
How on earth did that happen?
Oh, shit.
I think the VOD will still show that it was a decent run.
Get you out of here, girl.
Few mistakes, but
I got you. I got you.
Financial District was, for me, it was excellent. The other areas where I would have expected to be slow or to get caught,
We're okay.
it didn't happen. They were good. In fact, the bits that slowed me down were kind of the things that usually don't. Just because of, you know, carelessness on the controller or just a bit of bad RNG here and there. So it was a good run, and it's a good run, and it's worth keeping. I will post it up to, I'll export it over to YouTube when I've finished, because it'll be good to just keep. Oh, my microphone moved away. It'll be good to have a record of kind of the bits that went right, so I can refer back to them. No, I still couldn't throw a smoke bomb through a door. Not a closed one. Yeah, open doors. That's simple. Got a hole, you know.
Looks like we're walking.
Anyway, the important thing is that's another run out of the way, and another run that was actually quite pleasing. Some parts of it I was very happy with. Like I said, Financial District was just great.
Yeah.
Took a bit of damage, but not too much. I lost a load of ammo, but as we saw in the end, it just didn't matter.
Got it.
Feeling my age now.
All of the winter section was good. Oh, apart from missing the deer, which was embarrassing.
Don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been.
You know what I'd do if I ever work if I ever practiced and perfected
Bet I would've.
killing the deer when it first appears. You know what would happen, don't you? I'd get that first shot, and then I'd miss the second one. That would be me all over.
Just a little bit further now.
Okay, so my uptime is going to be 327. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
So I would do that now. So that was at 320. Yeah, that was at 327 dead. So I'm not. Ah, yes, good. Well, it's good timing. Take care, Jerusalem. Great to see you. Yeah, the next full stream will be on Monday evening, and I will be doing the story mode. You know what I call the 5-hour run. So thanks for watching. I will let this play.
Stay right on my ass.
Hey, and Chapel of Disease. What a great name. Thank you for the follow, dude. Chapel of Disease. You know my mate, Church of Illness, don't you? And his sister, Synagogue of Sickness. We could go on all night, couldn't we? We could keep making these up. Yeah. Actually, no. You've all seen this. I'll tell you what we'll do. Who've we got? Who's playing at the moment? Shall we watch? Can we have a vote? Do we want to watch Anthony playing The Last of Us at the moment? Raging? No, he'll be all right. Or Matt is playing Uncharted Lost Legacy. Who should we go and see? Matt or Ant? Or Bed? That's the other option, Aaliyah. Yeah? Any votes at all? Matt or Anthony? Ant or Matt?
You pick bed. That's not one of the answers. That's not an A or a B. I see. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, so let's have a host. No, let's do a raid. Matt. How does he do that? Oh, Matt. 101. Oops. 10111. Yay. Oh, drag. Come on. Come on, man. But send me some pictures if you do. All right? Okay. Right, thanks for watching, everybody. Time for me to go. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you on Monday evening for a full story mode run where we try to beat the 5 hours, but we have all of the cutscenes. We do keep the restart encounters because they're not that vital to the story. And in the meantime, thank you, everybody, and I will see you over on the dark side with Matt. Good night, all.